Good evening, Toastmasters. First of all, I would like to sincerely apologize for my dressing. I really came out in a rush thanks to Jahangir, who told me the meeting would be at 7 o'clock. And I forgot to take my coat, and I didn't really bother that much with the dress because
don't take the picture.
So I will see you next time to make up for this. Starting with the objectives of the speech. Since the project 1, we have been learning how to speak, then the voice modulations, then there have been topics about how to research your speech, how to make presentations using props and everything, and finally we have come to the stage where we need to learn how to inspire the audience and make them do stuff, to motivate them and to persuade them. And we are increasingly seeing the importance of inspiring people given all the revolutions going on. There are 2 going on back in my home country right now. And one of the speakers is really a good speaker and the other one not so good, so the gulf between them is quite visible. And the importance of inspiring an audience is really highlighted. So the basic objective was to discuss an issue basically, and then highlight how the current situation, the current actions or the current inaction would lead to counterproductivity, and thereby giving a solution whereby you emotionally, inspire the audience to get up from their seats and make a change in their lives. So let's view the whole speech in this framework. So starting, no doubt about it, absolutely perfect, totally riveting, got the audience's attention. He created that bubble of fantasy that we all love to live in, and bam, the time he popped it, everyone was really having attention towards the speaker. The start was through that princess story, which was told in a very Shrek-like fairy tale parody manner, which I personally love. Then moving on, one other objective was also to use quotes and storytelling and stuff to create a vivid imagery in the audience's minds. So that was totally fulfilled. I could actually imagine the princess standing somewhere waiting for her Princess Charming, And he also used the word of the day, which is always a sign of confidence, because you are totally confident with the way you're speaking and not having any issues adding in more stuff. One negative point which I would like to highlight was, actually the speech was so good, so you really had to find the negative points, was the way you were dragging your speech. It was a bit distracting, at least for me. So you need to move more naturally from one place to another. I am really running out of time. So the second story which came into the speech was a job story, which was again the way he was wearing the pink glasses and that 8 years old punch in the face by reality that we all have been struck at some point in our lives came. Then the third story was again about the fantasy he was living in and the way the pink glasses shattered, and again the reality punched him in the face. But the thing common in all of these stories was they were open-ended and the ending was pretty depressing. I was waiting throughout my speech for that one inspiring sentence to actually motivate us to have a change in our life, which was the basic objective, which was unfortunately I felt missing in the speech. So I really feel so terrible saying this, but the main objective of the speech was to actually inspire the audience to do something different, which was missing in the speech. So since it's the 10th project, and after this project you become the competent communicator, so I would like to request my speaker to kindly read this project, because there is absolutely no issue with the speaking or writing skills. There was just this one sentence missing which would have actually fulfilled the objective. So there is no issues with the way you speak, with the way you write. I'm totally impressed and I was in awe of the way you were delivering the speech, but since the main objective wasn't there, so I would request you to kindly read the project, and I really wish you best of luck the next time. I'm pretty sure you'll do it. There was just a misunderstanding of the objective of the speech in my view.
Thank you, Toastmasters, for this with a very thorough evaluation. We'll now move on towards to the second evaluator of tonight, for our second speaker, Toastmaster Khalid Ismael, who did a CC10 speech entitled Thoughts in My Head. Can I please call upon the Toastmaster evaluator of tonight, the second one, Toastmaster Jahangir.
Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator. Ladies and gentlemen, my speaker, especially A very warm good evening to one another. Good evening. Good evening. Imagine, you come for the meeting and you look for your speaker. You don't know who your speaker is. Because once you ask the Vice President Education who the speaker will be, so I personally contact him or her and speak with them and let's see what they are talking about. And she refuses, like it's not in our culture, in our meeting culture, and I was like, she's the speaker. And then I come to the meeting and she gives me this manual for P10. And the speaker is so confident and she says, not everyone gets the opportunity to evaluate. Wow. First of all, I would like to give her a big round of applause for proving that she is one of the best speakers your club has had. My speaker today was presenting the Project 10, the last project from the Competent Communication Manual. The main idea was to inspire the audience. She had to motivate all of us with one of the topics. The topic she chose is something I really believe matched to the occasion, because today I was debating on this thing with one of my friends. Thoughts in our mind. Yes, I agree with my speaker, whatever she presented in her speech, that whatever we have it here, that makes it happen. If you are having a positive mind, if you have planned something and you think you can do it, you really can do it. My speaker delivered the Project 10 in a very well mannered. She met almost all the objectives. I would like to mention a few of the positive things I noticed. Like always, the opening of the speech has to be perfect, and she had this opening with grabbing the attention of each and everyone with asking us question like, if you find such person in your life, and then she related it's her. The most important thing about her speech was the storytelling, the way she was delivering, that she was creating the drama of how she thought like that thing. She communicated with herself what she's not doing in her life, the dialogues, the conversation, and that was well structured, and it was one of the main points in her speech. Then, moving on. She did really very well when it comes to gestures. She was really good. And some points which she should improve for her upcoming advanced projects. She has to work on her facial expressions a bit more. There were times where facial expressions were more required when she said, "This beautiful girl, this beautiful." And if she would have got the picture of the checklist and she should have showed to us like this was the thing and I did it. I congratulate my speaker for completing Project 10 and best of luck for your future speeches.
Thank you, Toastmasters, for your evaluation. I hope the first and second speakers take their evaluation points to heart. Then I shall call in to the final evaluator for our last speaker of tonight, Toastmaster National Cumber, who did the CC10 project as well, entitled Random Acts of Kindness, RAK. And please call upon Toastmaster Ramsam.
Mr. General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen, and my speaker in particular. Project 10. Inspire your audience. I believe to be one of the most crucial projects in all of your Toastmasters journey. This project shows what you have learned throughout your Toastmasters career so far. Before I go into evaluating my speaker, let me just go through what my speaker was required to do. This project requires you to inspire your audience, motivate them, appeal to their interest, motivate them to change their thoughts physically, mentally, spiritually, or any such kind. Moving towards the speaker. I have a whole list here. These are the amazing points, and these are the points of improvement. Now, I will tell you one thing, that the space I gave for the amazing points was so short that I have to write it elsewhere, and I will share it with my speaker after the meeting. Thing is, let's start with the beginning, the topic, random acts of kindness. The way it's written on the agenda, RAK, put me in a thought. What could she be talking about? The best part that I liked about the beginning, she didn't just come in and start it. No, she came, took the feel of the stage, smiled, and then smiled. The start was describing of the 2004 act that she saw of a woman begging for her child's education. Amazing start, gathered the attention of all the speakers, all the audience over here. The voice modulation was spot on. Everything that she did with the voice was perfect. Another very important point that I really liked for my speaker was the honesty. She had thoughts of suicide. She mentioned it in the speech. No shame. That is the honesty that we all could learn. The speech was well written. The message was amazing. The beautiful message was of hope that she was trying to get across, and she did that very well. And she did not allow at least my attention to be diverted elsewhere rather than her. Now that I've mentioned all the amazing points, let's get into the room of improvement really quick. I believe that some pauses at some points could have really made the whole speech more effective. For example, when she said, "I do not understand what's real anymore." Pause. Let the audience sink in that you're not understanding what's real anymore. But there could have been little pinches of humor here and there that could have lightened up the mood a little bit. That could have been done. Some emotions that she was trying to get across could have been presented in a more better way. For example, when she said, "Smile," forced, angry, nightmares, kindness. The voice modulation could have been light, could have been forceful. Regardless of that, my speaker did an amazing job. All the objectives were met perfectly. You're a competent communicator now, not that we doubted it, but now you have the title to prove it. Congratulations to my speaker, and back to you.
Thank you.